Yo, yo. What's up, my high value bros? What's up, kings? What's up, guys? What's up, stars? Man, what's good with it? And what's up to all the high value queens out there, too? So before we go into the video, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead and tap the bell, hit that like button, and subscribe, you know what I'm saying? Now, today's video is basically going to be the pros and cons of sleeping with a lot of women. Now, I can confidently sit here in front of you and talk about this because, just like I tell in the back of my book with the description, I've had romances with 1,000 or more women in my lifetime. You know what I'm saying? This is why I can, give you all the study, this wisdom and experience and things like that because, it's not an overstatement. It's true. It's the life that I have lived and, a life that I lived. You know what I'm saying? So, now, my book really isn't about pickup. It's not about being a Casanova. It's not about being a player. It's not about being, that type of a guy, that's really promiscuous. But at the same time, if you want to use this information to that end, I mean, you very well could. But as you know, I lace my book with morality. I lace it with, spirituality and ma'at and things like that. Yeah. So, and, I also preface it, you know what I'm saying, in the introduction. Like if you're a mono guy or a poly guy or, this book is still going to benefit you. My videos are still going to benefit you. So this isn't more or less about being mono or poly. This is just for guys who might be more on the promiscuous side, especially, for you young niggas, It's like, teenagers, full of testosterone and just young and dumb and horny as hell, all the time. You know what I'm saying? Or if you just, still have a high sexual libido, even me still, I still have a very, nice, strong sex drive and things like that. But, over the years, over the decades, I just learned a few things, and I'm just here to share it with you. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. All right. Well, the pros is just obviously what it is. I mean, you get to share and experience different sexual energy exchanges with a lot of different women. And, it's very rewarding. It's very pleasurable. And it's a privilege, actually, to be able to have done that or to do this because, it's your birthright. And it's also like a form of validation, as it were, because, women are attracted to men who are successful, men who are very masculine, men who are on their purpose, men who have their shit together, men who are in shape, men who care about their health, men who are spiritually grounded. If you're not a spiritual person, you're religious, okay, fine. A person who's really grounded in themselves, you know what I'm saying, that has their priorities in order, especially if you read my book, it'll tell you, to have your spirituality, aka religion, whatever it is, then health second, and then third is going to be your mission, purpose, focus, ambition, greatness, hobbies, all that. You know what I'm saying? And then the women, family, and things like that. So when you follow that type of priority, it's all just going to ebb and flow. It's going to flow very nicely. You know what I mean? And so women are attracted to these type of men because most guys out here, they don't have their shit together, and they're simping out. They don't have a lot of self-esteem. They're not driven. They're not very masculine, and they just don't own it. So when you apply, the principles that I'm teaching you, you'll be able to position yourself to, to enjoy a lot of women, to share with a lot of women. Now, with that said, again, that's not the main focus of the book. You know what I mean? Like, you can get it done, but that's not the main purpose of it. The main purpose is being your best version so that you can attract the type of women that you truly desire. Those 8, 9s, and 10s, the ones that you're really, really attracted to and things like that. Like, you'll be more of a better option for them, as it were, for them to choose you. And then, then you can go ahead and bond with them in that way. All right. So those are the pros. You know what I'm saying? Just sharing with them, bonding with them, building, relationships, memories, legacies, having children, things like that. If that's what you want to do, okay, great, fine. But let's talk about the cons, man. There's a lot of cons to this. All right, so con number one, let's talk about it. Con number one is that it's going to take you away from your purpose. You see what I'm saying? Now, if you notice with my principles, I just said it: spirituality, health, purpose, then women. So they're number 4. They're kind of like last, right? So if you're, out here just chasing women and not chasing greatness, well, I don't even want to say chasing greatness, attracting greatness, on your path to greatness, success, wealth, achieving your goals and things like that, and, leaving your stamp on the universe, you get the idea. So if that's not your focal point, underneath, your spiritual beliefs and having that set strongly, and really eating right and take care of your body and being healthy, because, without those two, you're not going to be successful on your purpose to begin with. You know what I'm saying? So when you make women your focal point, when you make women the focus of your life, in other words, they're the star of your life and you're not. You see what I'm saying? When you make a woman the star of your own movie and you're not the star of your own movie, this is the problem, because now they're going to back away from you. Now they're going to start to pull away, and you know what I mean, and break up with you and cheat on you and things like that, because women don't want to be the star of your movie. You start making a woman your focal, your main purpose, they're going to back away. Women are attracted to men who are ambitious. Women are attracted to men who are on their purpose. Okay? So when you spend all your time, chasing them, trying to attract them and things like that, and that's your main purpose, your main idea, guess what's going to happen? It's going to backfire on you. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. That's the con. Because they're not attracted to that. They're just not. And that's just what it is. Because if you're so focused on them, where's your ambition? Where's your purpose? Where's your goals? You're not gonna be successful. You're not gonna see the fruits of your labor. You're not going to acquire any resources or assets or things like that. You see what I'm saying? And this is how women determine that. They know that men who are purpose driven act a certain way. Women like to fight for your attention. Women like to be fit in. You know what I mean? Like, if you're so busy doing this, you're doing business moves and investment moves and hobbies and things like that, and you're working out and training and things like that, and she has a call to fit you in, and you're not the one that's always blowing up her phone. She's blowing up your phone, trying to ask you out and see when she can see you. If you got a woman that's saying, "Hey, baby, when can I see you?" That's a good thing. If it's the other way around, that means you got too much motherfucking time on your hands. That's just what it is. I don't want to beat this in the ground too much. So that's con number 1. If you chase women, you know what I'm saying? If you're out here chasing women instead of attracting them, and that's your main thing, you're making them the focus, you're losing. You're not going to keep them long at all. They're gonna bounce to you, because women are not attracted to that. All right, that's con number 1. You're gonna lose. You're going to lose your focus. You're going to lose your purpose, and you're just not going to be productive. That's just what it is. All right, number 2. Number 2 is energy, bro. It takes a lot of energy to deal with a lot of women, man. If you're out here trying to develop, a 3, 4, 5 girl rotation. And what I mean by rotation is you dating 3, 4, 5 women at the same time. You dating them, you having sex with them, things like that. That takes a lot of fucking energy and time. Believe me, I've done it before. I've done it. You know what I'm saying? You're on the phone with them, you got to text them, you got to follow up with them, you got to arrange dates, and then you got to schedule nights so they can come over, or you can go over there, whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's just too much to fucking deal with when it's over 3. When it's 3 or more, bro, it's a fucking headache. If you got 2, okay, that's great. 2 is a sweet spot. 3 is kind of like pushing it. So 3 or more, it's a fucking headache. But, when you're young, dumb, full of cum and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of stroking your ego a little bit or whatnot, and things like that. But like right now, I'm poly pretty much. This the poly type relationship is the relationship paradigm that fits me the most. You see what I'm saying? So at this point, I still don't want 3 or more. You know what I'm saying? A good 2 is fine. A good 2 is fine. And I don't mean a rotation. I mean like that I'm actually dealing with on a day-to-day basis, and we building and things like that. But I'm just giving you guys an idea. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're out here trying to build a 3, 4, 5 girl rotation, man, you're gonna be drained of energy. You see what I'm saying? Because remember, like, sex is sexual energy exchange. You know what I'm saying? Every time that you ejaculate, every time that you do that, that's a spark of life. Remember, guys, you guys are the spark of life. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, they help create and nurture and incubate that life, right? But in that womb, you know, in those fallopian tubes, the eggs are there. They're just sitting there, though, right? So it hasn't really, like, sparked that. At that point of conception, there's a melanin explosion. Boom. And the cells begin to divide. So that life, so to speak, is dormant. It hasn't really happened yet. The life is swimming in your testicles right now. All right. So we're the progenitors of life. We're the spark of life. All right. Okay. So every time you make that ejaculation, that energy is taken away from you. This is why you need to what? Motherfucking recover after a nut. You know what I'm saying? You need about 15, 20 minutes to recover. You know what I'm saying? For round 2, 3, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And the younger you are, the more rounds you can do. The older you get, you start to be like, hey, man, after one nut, you're good. That's why it's better to learn how to stave off ejaculation and do a sexual energy exchange session with your girl or your girls for at least half an hour, 45 minutes to an hour. You see what I'm saying? That way they can get several orgasms within that time. And then you can just do one and everybody's happy. You know what I mean? Once you get up a little older, you know what I'm saying? Because while you're a teenager in your 20s, you should be busting 2 nuts at least minimum back to back. You start hitting your 30s, 40s, and 50s and all that kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, 1 or 2, like 2 nuts or more, you know, that's a chore. That's some work. So anyway, it's gonna sap you of some fucking energy. And guess what? If you don't have any energy, what else are you not doing? You're not on your purpose. You don't have enough energy for your fucking purpose. And if you don't have any energy for your purpose, then what? Then you're not going to be successful. If you're not successful, that means you don't have any resources. If you don't have any resources, that means you're not going to have any women. That's just what it is. Women are attracted to success objects on the surface, and men will attracted to what? Beauty objects on the surface. That's just what it is when it comes down to attraction when you first meet a person. That's just what it is, because you don't know each other beyond that, all right? So that was con number 2. You're going to lose a lot of energy. You know what I'm saying? It takes a lot of energy to deal with a lot of women, to interact with a lot of women. Now, con number 3. Women are fucking expensive, even when they're an asset to you. I tell you guys that women should be an asset to you, not a fucking liability. And the only way to have a woman to be an asset to you is if they invest in you, right? They got to meet you, MEET. They have to invest in you with their money, their energy, their effort, and what? Time. Meaning, yes, she pays a few bills, you know, utility bills, things like that. Yes, she tips. Sometimes she takes you out. She buys you gifts, shit like that. You're worth the fucking investment. Because guess what? If a woman loves you, she respects you, she likes you, she's going to invest in you too. And she'll do it happily. You don't even have to ask. If you're dealing with a liability, it's going to be lopsided, unilateral, and you're going to be doing all the fucking pain. Every time you get with it, it becomes transactional. That'll make you a trick, and which is the lowest type of a simp, all right? So, you don't want to do that. Anytime you deal with a woman, she must be a fucking asset to you. She must enhance your life. You see what I'm saying? She must bring something to the table. And what is a fucking table? A table is a flat surface with 4 legs. So that means that it supports something. It's like a foundation. So the foundation of a relationship is what you two can bring there together. So when 2 people get together, you go there to give. You know what I'm saying? Not to just fucking take. And you have to make sure that these women that you deal with understand that. If she's a liability, don't fucking deal with her. I don't give a fuck how good she look, how fine she is, none of that. You know what I mean? So anyway, I want to get off on a tangent. I usually say that damn near every video. A woman must be an asset. But the con to it is when you're dealing with a lot of women, they're still expensive. You're going to be spending money on them. You're going to be investing in them. You know what I mean? Like I tell you guys what, take your woman out. Take your woman, your lover, your wife, your girlfriend, your girlfriends, your wives, whatever. If you're Monte Paulo, if you a mono or poly, this is what I'm talking about. Right? You have to invest in your women. You're going to be, I tell you to take your women out to dinner. Buy them gifts. Take them on trips and shit like that. You see what I'm saying? Help them out with bills. Help them out with expenses that just come up. You know what I'm saying? What if their car breaks down? You got to shoot some. You got to shoot them some bread and things like that. You see what I'm saying? This is what you do to women who are intimate with you, that have bonded with you, and you guys share this sexual energy exchange. So the more women that you deal with, guess what? The more money you're gonna be fucking spending. But make sure that you're getting a return on that investment, because they're meeting you. And when they meet you, the money just keeps recycling, and you guys are growing together, and you're building socially and economically and things like that. You see what I'm saying? But that is con number 3. It's gonna get expensive. You know what I'm saying? Because you're gonna have to date your woman. The dating never fucking ends. The romance never fucking ends. Just because you got her, whatever you did to get her, you got to keep doing it to keep her. You see what I'm saying? You can't just give it a woman and then you don't take her out no more. No, you got to keep fucking taking her out and doing things with her, because it shows that you care. You see what I'm saying? This is how we love on a woman. We spend money on them. We invest in them. This is what people do. You invest in one another. All right. Okay, so that was con number 3. All right. Con number 4. I'm gonna tell you what con number 4 is, and it can be kind of fucking scary. Con number 4, when you're dealing with a lot of women, you see what I'm saying? It's gonna be sexually transmitted diseases, STDs. You see what I'm saying? Now, if you're out here dealing with these low-class ass women, these succubus, you know what I'm saying? These Cardis, Nickis, and Megans, and Sukis, and all that. You know what I'm talking about? These thoughts out here. If you're dealing with these loose-ass women, these promiscuous-ass women, these party girls that's in the clubs, these narcissistic-ass women, these vain-ass women, you know what I'm saying? It's always in their phone, and these OnlyFans-ass women. you know what I'm talking about, right? If you're dealing with these type of women that's got a body count higher than yours, nigga, right? You at risk, my G. You are at risk. Because I know you ain't strapping up every time. You know what I'm saying? I hope you are. Like, you know what I'm saying? But it's going to come a time where you just want to feel it. You know what I'm talking about? So at that point, you know what I'm saying? That's why I said, I even had it in the video. This is what women like. In terms of hygiene, you got to have some paperwork. You know what I mean? Have some motherfucking paperwork. Right? That's showing that you clear of STDs, and that's showing that she's clear of STDs. Because guess what? You're at high motherfucking risk. You take that rubber off, it's a wrap. And a lot of times, you know what I'm saying, just because you have a prophylactic and those condoms can come off, you see what I'm saying? During sex, they can break, they can snap, they can pull off. Because a lot of you niggas are out here buying magnums, and sometimes the magnums might slide off because you know what I'm saying, you fucking too much into your motherfucking ego. Or maybe they could be too tight. I've had experience too. When they're too tight, the shit'll burst on you. You see what I'm saying? While you're having sex. Then you're like, oh shit. You know what I mean? Or if she trying to cash out on you, and she gives you a condom, which you shouldn't take. Never take a condom that's given to you by a woman, because she could have poked a hole in it. And then you bust a nut. Now you can impregnate her. You see what I'm saying? Now she got you. There are some predatory women out there that have sex with you just for the sole purpose of getting pregnant, so they can get a child support payment for the next 18 to 20 years. You know what I'm saying? I mean, because if you're on your purpose and you got your shit together, you know what I'm saying, you're on your way to success, you're going to be making some income. You know what I mean? These are some things that you got to look out for. And, most STDs are curable, but herpes isn't, and, HIV isn't, even though a lot of people don't talk about it a lot, HIV and AIDS and things like that, but it's still out there. Those two are still really fucking out there. And none of them shits is fun to have. You got all kind of shit out there. Gonorrhea, syphilis, the clap, crabs, all kind of shit out there, man. You know what I'm saying? You got to be careful. You got to be fucking careful. The more women you sleep with, you know what I'm saying, without taking the proper, guidelines on sexual energy exchange, you're rolling the motherfucking dice. This is why you only want to deal with goddesses. What do I mean by goddesses? I'm talking about spiritual women. I mean, this is the type of women I like. I love spiritual women. Natural, they eat natural, they mostly vegetarian or they vegan, or at the most they might be pescatarian. You see what I'm saying? They're into nature. you know what I'm saying, herbs and all that, vitamins, minerals, sun. They do yoga. They might do pole. They might do belly dancing. You know what I'm saying? They into natural butters and motherfucking waist beads and this and that. You know what I'm talking about? I love those type of women. They're into poetry. They're into knowledge of self and things. These are the type of women that I'm attracted to, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because these type of women are very, very picky. They don't just sleep with any guy. They got fucking requirements. These women take care of themselves. They're in the gym. They work out and they eat right. They're very health conscious. They don't just let anybody up in them. You see what I'm saying? They don't share their body with just anybody. You see what I'm saying? But if you out here with these females in the Matrix, you know what I'm saying? You really rolling the dice, because they just, they see a nigga with beer and tats, you know what I mean, and a decent ride and a crib. All you gotta do is just invite them over, and you can smash. They don't really have any, real requirements. They're just looking for material shit. But goddesses, they're into the spiritual aspect, so they're much more safer than these Matrix women out here. I'm just giving it to you straight up. You know what I mean? Now, if you're and women are like that, not just in our community as black women, but you have some other women that have tapped into this spirituality type thing too. You know what I'm saying? They're following our culture, which is cool. If you guys out there, you know what I'm saying? Because I understand now that my book has transcended race and gender and things like that. So I don't know if you guys, who my audience is. You know what I'm saying? It's really grown. So even with that said, guys, STDs. All right. And another one, another con with dealing with a lot of women is pregnancies, unwanted pregnancies, right? So, you might just be out here trying to smash or whatnot, and then you slip up and boom, here she go. Now she's pregnant. Now if you're a righteous guy, a spiritual guy, you're not into the whole, you're not going to be out here doing nothing crazy like trying to tell her to get rid of the baby and having an abortion and things like that or whatnot. So, you're going to have to take care of that baby that you helped create, that you gave that spark of life to. You see what I'm saying? You got to be responsible with that. You know what I mean? You got great power. So with great power comes with great responsibility. You know what I mean? You as a man. So, unwanted pregnancies, make sure this is a woman that you're like, hey, you know what I'm saying? If I knock her up, then cool. You know what I'm saying? That's the mother of my children. You know what I mean? That's just how that rock. Don't be out here trying to abort children. That's murder. You know what I mean? I ain't trying to pass judgment or none of that, but I'm an upright guy. I live a Ma'atic type of life as best as I can. I try to be in harmony with Ma'at. And life begins from the inception, especially when the embryo develops. You know what I mean? Especially around the 7th or 8th week of gestation. So I want you guys to know that. Now, and that's pretty serious when it comes to unwanted pregnancy. Now, I'm trying to think of some more cons, but those are the main ones right there, guys. There's a lot of cons to this shit. So it ain't just about getting your dick wet. And remember, you're having sexual energy exchange. Every woman that you lay down with, you're not only laying down with her, you're laying down with all the niggas she done had sex with. Because women are reservoirs. They maintain all of the energy, DNA included, from all the men they've ever slept with in their DNA. You see what I'm saying? This is what makes them natural bonders and nurturers. This is why they tend to follow masculine men, because women bond with men. You see what I'm saying? It's called microchimerism. I did a video on it called microchimerism. So this is why you want to deal with women who are chaste and modest, sexy, but they're not out here thotting around and got a body count that's higher than yours. You feel me? So that's just what it is, man. These are the cons of dealing with a lot of women, having sex with a lot of women. So what's the end of the story? How can I wrap this up? I'm poly, so I believe in both, not just quantity, but I believe in quality. Don't just be out here, smashing for the sake of it. I told you, as a high value guy, as a Mac, you know what I mean? You got to have standards. You got to have requirements. You got to be exclusive. You know what I'm saying? I don't just smash anything to come my way. Fuck no. You know what I mean? I got motherfucking guidelines. I only deal with goddesses. And the goddesses I deal with got to deal with my goddess. You see what I'm saying? And they got to coalesce and things like that. That's just me. And I'm just saying, but you guys, you got to have, requirements, my guy. You know what I'm saying? You can't just be out here wilding. There's a responsibility with it. You got a responsibility with your body and her body. And, you know, it's a beautiful thing when you guys, you know, exchange that energy. So, you know, I'm already at 25 minutes, man. I ain't gonna make this video too long. That's just it. I'm out of here. Those are the cons. You know what I'm saying? You deal with it how you deal with it. But go ahead and grab that book, man. How to Be a High Value Man, The Blueprints to Successful Women with Women. It's available in audio book, okay? Grab that audio book. You'll love it. It's a 2-hour listen. I got another publisher. We doing the legwork and the back work to get that paperback and that ebook out there. I still got a few copies left of paperback, so hit me up, DM me. I'll ship it out to you. You know what I'm saying? When I republish the book, it's going to be the revised version. So look out for that. All right, so guys, add me on IG. You know what I'm saying? Hit me up, shoot me a DM for a video topic, or if you want to talk to me, you want to consult with me and book me, go ahead and book me. I've sent you a Zoom link. We can get that in. You know what I'm saying? And we'll do it like that. Guys, like, share, subscribe, man. Like my shit, share my shit, subscribe to my shit, and comment on my shit. Let's keep this channel growing like it is. You know what I'm saying? We creating high value guys all across the world. They ain't stopping a motherfucking thing. They just got scared. When I say they, I'm talking about Lulu. Fuck Lulu.com. If you guys out there, if I inspired you guys to write a book, do not self-publish with Lulu. Fuck them. You know what I'm saying? There's plenty of other publishers out there. And once my book gets published, I'll let you know who my publisher is, all right? But anyway, yeah, like, share, subscribe, man. I'm out this bitch, much love. Peace. See you next video.
Placed amongst oneself by oneself. And most importantly, realize when it's time for that price to go up. For else, if I love you, I kill for you, but they don't recognize the value. Put my life on the line for a nigga, he ain't recognize the value. And I ain't since I took the charge when I'm state, but they ain't recognize the value. And they gon' love you when you dead, but while you here, they don't recognize your value. And I'ma have to cut her off every time if she don't recognize the value. Little baby wanna be obedient. She said she recognize the value. Just don't disturb a nigga grind. Act like you recognize the value. She said she love a nigga mind. She said she recognize the value. It ain't no price on his life, but they don't recognize the value. I put a price on your life, and they gon' come collect the value. And this money don't mean shit. You better recognize the value. I'm down to kill for my respect. You better recognize the value. I held it down on my dolo, but they ain't recognize the value. DA office I ain't fold though, but they ain't recognize the value. I tried to put a couple niggas on the way, but they ain't